When you read, do the words come to life in your head? Do you see the scenes unfolding in your imagination? Well, when a local painter read the work of a local poet, that's exactly what happened. Artist Virginia Reed painted her vivid interpretations of the words of local poet Jordan Moss. The upcoming exhibit, Schemes, is the result. Take a look.
Blue. Let night's azure hands sing tunes of royal blue and melancholy admiral, the notes of far-off navy lands, covered by dusty Aegean hands. I've been writing for many years, but just journals and things like that. But my uncle is a poet in Seattle, and he writes, and I told him that I had started writing poetry, and he was like, you know, you should compile these. Scarlet. The heart runs crimson in joyous bloody bliss, poised to greet such Merlot, to dribble past drunken lipstick, catching roses in an alleyway.
Jordan is a poet, and he wrote these set of poems, 8 of them, and they're titled Schemes. And each one focuses on a different color. And through that, it kind of gives you a different mood and a lot of imagery. So what I've been able to do with those words is kind of bring them to life in a totally different way. We've both been fans of each other's work for so long, it kind of made sense to do something together finally.
The emotion for all of them, I tried to pick what I personally related with the different colors. All of them are kind of their own world. I wanted them to feel like own little capsules of different shades of emotion for each color. I didn't go into it knowing like Virginia will be the one who's going to add imagery to this, but I knew pretty early on into writing them that'd be really cool if she added something. But I didn't think what she created would be even the same as what I was writing about in the poems. I just knew it would be whatever inspired her, and that was sort of like what I wanted from the beginning. Lavender. Played on plum jazz chords, the club turned rum as a raisin, jammed out sermons of truth to choirs wrapped in velvet, luscious grapes for the picking. I wrote them in a fury at like 2 in the morning because I wrote one and then the next one, and then I was like, if I don't finish this like right now, they're not gonna get done. I gave myself a set of rules for each of the poems. So each poem was to be 5 lines long. Each one was a different color scheme, and then each line had a different shade of the color or an object that shared that color. I kind of had my own rules, and like she kind of created her own rules for the pieces. The idea of having hands throughout all the pieces was something like I never even thought of.
All of them have hands involved in some way. I've set that as a rule for myself. They can show such emotion. Jordan thought that was really interesting because I thought it was quite literal for his words, but he thought it was totally different and great.
I'm excited to be putting my poetry out there to show people. I'm way more excited that I can, you know, help build a platform like with her to put together like a collaboration like this.
I would hope that people get to experience both pieces separately and together on an emotional level. Words are so emotional, and to put kind of color and shape to them, I hope that people find just as like emotional and exciting as I do.
To see more of Virginia's work, visit her website, designsbyv.com. And for more on Jordan and his poetry, find him on Facebook and Instagram at j.edwardmoss.